What's up, all you lovely internet movie fans? It's Austin. I'm back at it again with another movie news recap. We have a possible James Bond, maybe clarification. James Gunn confirms that DC Studios will have a huge presentation. Marvel won't be at SDCC. Some Spider-Man rumors and a couple other things about the Fantastic Four. I'm here. We got movie news. Let's talk about and discuss everything and dive into all this stuff. Hey guys, let's first touch on some interesting James Bond news. So it's no clarification in terms of who the next Bond is going to be. People, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Henry Cavill. There's other names that are out there. Reggie John P. I don't know how to say his name. The guy from Bridgerton with the amazing chin stubble. But I think we may have got some insight into who the next Bond could possibly be. So Omega, the timepiece, the watch that has been prevalent for every James Bond character since Pierce Brosnan. Daniel Craig was a spokesperson for them, and before that, Sean Connery. All these people have been a spokesperson that were named before they got the title of Bond. And so you know who they just named as their new spokesperson for Omega on their global worldwide tour? It's Aaron Taylor Johnson. So this isn't confirmation or anything because this could just be who they chose. But I think it's very intriguing that they've named him as their global spokesperson for the watch brand that is really prevalent in all the James Bond movies of recent years. So I don't know if this is possibly true in terms of if he is the next Bond. I love it. I think Aaron is a phenomenal actor. He has the look, the physicality, the suave, the charisma, everything. So if this is true and he's actually named the person, I'm all for it. I'm all for his casting. It will be amazing. But I don't know. Who knows if this is true or not? But let me know what you guys think. And if he could be the possibly next Bond, he has a look for it and everything. I mean, if you saw him in Bullet Train with the suit and the look, he could definitely pull it off. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. But new spokesperson, they named him. Potentially, we'll see what comes up if he's actually cast or not. But we shall see later on. So let's dive into some DC news. And this is good news. I think Gunn is going to do a great job with the DC universe. What he's going to do with Superman. I am so excited for Superman. Superman is my most anticipated movie of this summer, even over Fantastic Four, because of what I've seen from the trailers, what I've seen Gunn do overall with the Guardians franchise. I trust in him. I think David Cornsweet is fantastic. Rachel Brosnahan, Nick Holt as Lex. I think it's going to be a great movie, and it looks phenomenal. He confirms that him, John Cena, and Peacemaker will be there at a panel at Comic-Con. But he also said in a Threads post that DC, he will go over everything and they'll have a huge presence. So I think, again, I just think the huge thing that DC could do to kind of break the internet, especially since Marvel won't have a huge Hall H presence and presentation, bring out the brand new Batman. They'll probably have Jason Momoa there as Lobo doing some Lobo-ish crazy Jason Momoa things like he always does, looking fantastic and just awesome. Millie Alcock will probably be there. There may be some Supergirl footage. I don't know. I mean, that movie is wrapped. They're gonna probably do some posts and all that stuff, and Superman will have just come out, so they'll probably show it. The cast will probably be there. I would love to see Millie Alcock, Jason Momoa, and then you close it all out with introducing the new Batman for the Brave and the Bold is Alan Ritchson, Jensen Ackles, Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't know, one of these guys, but that's how you do it, and that's how you close out a great presentation and show that DC is going in the right direction. Because Gunn is not going to announce any new movies or the slate. He knows what they want to focus on right now. You don't want to blow your load too early, obviously. Everyone knows that. So if you focus on Superman just coming out, you know you have Supergirl shot. You can do Lanterns because that show is going to be phenomenal, I believe. Focus on those core characters and maybe even the new Wonder Woman. Who's going to be the Wonder Woman in terms of that casting? That's another one you could do. So I don't know. That's how you could do it. But DC Studios overall, future is looking bright. I cannot wait to see what they do. Cannot wait to see what Gunn does. And I hope DC Studios is great. I hope Marvel is great because when these studios are both great, us as movie fans, we eat and we earn what's best for us. So now let's move on to Marvel, kind of the big topic. There's several Marvel topics in terms of Spider-Man and Hulk, Spider-Man 4 rumors, no Hall H, Fantastic Four. There's this post-credit scene out there. I'm not going to dive into what it is. You can look it for yourself. Don't if you want to be spoiled. I don't think it's I'll discuss this in a minute and everything else. So let's dive in and discuss all that right now. So let's start off with Spider-Man news. It hasn't been officially confirmed by Marvel, but a lot of the big Hollywood trades are kind of running with the story that the Hulk, Bruce Banner's the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo will be in Spider-Man 4, Brand New Day. And I believe this to be true because, I mean, it's a Sony production, but Marvel helps them out and Marvel kind of co-produces and they release it as Sony releases and all that good stuff. But if if you look at it, the first three Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange were present in those. So I believe Marvel, they have to have at least one of their titular characters in these movies. And what better one to have than Banner Hulk? Because I'm willing to bet, because there's comic precedents for this, that the Hulk remembers that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. He may not have really interactions with Peter on that basis, but the Hulk may know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and therefore that could be Bruce knows. We'll see how they do it, but I believe it to be true. I believe the Hulk's in it. There's other rumors going around this movie. I'm not going to discuss them, but this is a movie that I'm so looking forward to. It now comes out before Doomsday and Secret Wars, because it was going to be after, but Doomsday and Secret Wars are both delayed to December's of their respective years. So now it comes out before. I think it's probably going to be a focused Spider-Man story, and then maybe the post-credit will lead directly into how he ties into Doomsday. I don't know if it's going to be multiverse. We're going to get new Spider characters, but having the Hulk with maybe Mr. Negative, maybe Black Cat, I don't know, but I mean, possibilities are endless. So very curious to see what they do with the Hulk being in this movie, how they do it, the storyline that they kind of go with. Is it multiverse? Is it more grounded? Is the Hulk possibly the villain due to some stuff with Mr. Negative? I'm very curious to see where they go with that. I'm also curious to see if Mr. Negative is in fact going to be in this movie. There's rumors that possibly Scorpion could be coming back for this movie as well. So I'm fascinated to see what happens with this movie overall. I'm so excited for it. Spider-Man is my guy. My guy is Spider-Man. That is my favorite Marvel character, my favorite superhero. It's on my leg, tatted on there. So I'm very curious to see overall what his story entails, but I like the addition of the Hulk. I think he's a good additive to the overall storyline if it proves to be true, and the possibilities of where it could go, pretty positive. And this movie is going to make all the money, because Spider-Man movies make tons of money to begin with usually, so we'll see what it does. But excited for this rumor, if it's true or not. Spider-Man, Hulk teaming up, I don't know, fighting the Hulk, that would be awesome if we see Spider-Man versus the Hulk in a fight. But we had a century in Marvel, so bring back kind of the savage, brute, no more Smart Hulk, goodbye, Savage Hulk, century fight. You know, comic fans, how that fight ends. That's amazing. But now, let's dive into the San Diego Comic-Con Marvel presentation of it all. So it came out that Marvel will not do their normal Hall H big presentation to end the weekend nights, which kind of surprising, but it makes sense, I believe, because of what they're kind of trying to focus on, what they're doing. They're not going to show Doomsday footage a year and a half away from the movie. That would make no sense at all. They're probably going to focus. We'll probably have some like little TV or animation announcements. I mean, X-Men 97 Season 2 is something I cannot wait for, because watch that animated show. That show is outstanding. One of my favorite shows I watched last year when it came out, and they're going to do it every year going forward. So that's smart. So we'll probably have some news about that, but no big slate presentation. And again, they don't need to blow their load. We don't need all of these future movies. Let's focus on the next year, year and a half, 2 years at most. Nail down Doomsday. It's going to be the biggest movie of 26. It's going to make all the money. It's $1.5 billion easily. As long as it's a good quality movie, it's going to make tons of money. The cast is outstanding. RDJ, Doctor Doom, that's going to be amazing. So it makes sense, I think, because there's not much coming out from Marvel to kind of talk about and present on, and you don't want to just get too jumped up in terms of way down the line. So I'm fine with that. Shoot the movie, and next year at Comic-Con in 2026, that's the big one. That's where we'll see Doomsday footage. We'll have a lot of stuff about the movie. We'll know where the movie is going to be. So again, not surprised they're not here. It's DC's time. That's fine for this year at Comic-Con. No complaints. I also would love to go to Comic-Con one day, so we'll see if that goes well. And also, let's finish with some F4 news. Fantastic Four. I am so looking forward to this movie. Like I said, probably Superman is more at the top of my list in terms of what I'm excited for, but Fantastic Four is still, I like these characters a lot. I like the cast. I'm a big fan of the overall cast, what they're doing with Baby Franklin. We have actually comic accurate Galactus. He's on a cloud. He's walking through the fucking city right now in a actual costume. That's amazing. And it's pretty cool how you find out they shot it with like Ralph Innocent in a suit with just a booming voice walking through on the miniature set. So that's awesome though. So tickets come out in a couple of days. I'm going to be there first in line to get those tickets, make sure I'm there, the best seats in the house for the opening night there. I cannot wait for that. And be careful, because there's stuff online. You can't really, if you don't want to know it, don't seek it out. I kind of just broadly know. I didn't even really read into what it is, but there's just a broad description of the post-credit scene. I believe it's true for what's out there, but I don't believe that's the post-credit scene that we will see actually in the movie. I believe they show that to a small group of people, but that's not the final what we're going to see when it comes to when it's released in July. So I don't believe it in terms of what we'll see, but it probably did happen. Like, it did happen, but don't look it up. Just go into it. Don't spoil us. I don't look up for any spoilers. So that's all I got. I'll see you guys next week. I love you all. Go to the movies, and I'll see you there next time.